Evening, everybody. How are you all doing? Wow, never thought you'd see me on 9 o'clock on question time and I'll be passed out unconscious somewhere. But no, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I can't be on for too long because I have got to get checked out of the hotel. Just stopped here overnight because it's right next to the station. Believe it or not, it's not easy to get a taxi in Japan from the rural area just here, 15 minutes to the city. So yeah, made sense, but I've got to get on that Shinkansen and get myself to the airport. But yeah, guys, what a trip. I think no doubt you've all seen the videos. There's still a few more to drop out as well. I think there's maybe four or five in total to share, so plenty more content to come there with that one. But yeah, it's been epic. I can't really tell you quite a lot of stuff I had planned, big stuff to get sorted out is hopefully coming to fruition. And there is a video, I think it's going to be the second to last days of the trip that drops. And I decided to get a little bit deep and actually open up on a few things for you all, where I'm heading with all this and all the plans. So look out for that one. Wasn't the easiest of videos for me to do, but I've done it. Why not? So yeah, fantastic. I've got another little announcement for you all tonight as well. Another part of the rollout that we've had planned for a while. And yeah, going to Craig, any news on the keys from the last episode? It's coming, don't worry. I think we'll get one of them out before Christmas. Yeah, but I mean the fish wise, oh my god. So I've been here with a client of mine who's a super big hobbyist from the UK. Yeah, crazy. I mean, the main part of his hobby is being out here and wanting to compete at the highest level at the shows. And it's just nuts. I mean, some of the fish, that type of business, strangely enough, I think the general consensus would often just be that, if you've got the money, you can just get the fish. It is really not that easy. We spent the first day at the Narita event where we tried to bid on 3 fish. I think it was 3 fish of a serious value. Got nothing. There was then blind bidding on Heeltsori, or quite a few fish, but the Shinoda Heeltsori, I don't know if any of you looked at the fish entered. And I mean, we put an absolutely seriously substantial bid on that. And nobody shaved my eyebrows off, you cheeky twat. It's the lighting, mate. I'm under a bright spotlight here. Blonde bombshell that I am. Susan, I'm not burnt out. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I've been up for an hour already and I've not had a coffee yet. So yeah, I'm really not burnt out. I'm very refreshed, in fact. Sorry, where was that? Yeah, substantial bid on this Heeltsori, only to find out that Mr. Benedict Campos decided he wanted that and the other 2 fish on the row the same. So that was the end of that one as well. So that was a full day and got nothing. But then we move, into the breeders, and you just see, the games that they play. I've rarely seen a fish this week that hasn't come out of either what people know to be a customer's fish pond or what blatantly says through signs and whatnot, sold out. It's crazy, and there's loads of reasons as to why they do it, to be fair, but funny, really funny. Yeah, some of the fish that I have managed to get, and there's a lot of it. Uh, to be honest with you, that they don't want. A lot of the time, they don't want to sell these fish. Sometimes it's that. Other times they're having to control it, but there's got to be a lot of trust involved in all this, that they feel like they're doing it for the right reasons. With a lot of these guys, it's really not about the money. Most of them don't need it, and not just because they're super wealthy, just because of the way that they live their life. They don't need a massive amount of cash because they live very modestly. Yeah, it's interesting, but luckily I managed to get it done. Got the right fish in front and made him super happy. Loads of my Azakari fish. I've had some fantastic surprises along the way as well, which has been absolutely great, and not too many disasters either. So yeah, all in all, fantastic stuff. Got some great stock. I've not even managed to get all that out yet on the WhatsApp group, which there we do. I'll do my plugs. I have got most of you by now, to be fair, but links to our Telegram community and WhatsApp group, sales group, are in the description. Yeah, super. It's been good. So I will get some of those farmed out in the coming days, I think. And we'll see where we get with it all. So yeah, feel free to fire in a few questions, guys. Let's say I've not got masses of time, but we've have enough to get through a few. Let's see who's with us. Obviously, I've got the 2 draws tonight as well. Yeah, I think there's going to be, I guarantee there's going to be 2 very happy people. Well, sorry, that was a question, Gabriel. We'll come back to that. Yeah, Santa Stars. I'm more like the Grinch, mate. That's a bit more fitting. See who else is here. So yeah, it'd be nice, guys, if you have got questions. Let's make them about the trip or some Japan-based stuff, seeing as though that I'm here right now. We've always got plenty of time to do the other stuff, and obviously when I get back, I'm not sure when the next episode will be. We'll get on with changing up this format like we all spoke about. Oh, Ball Bag's here, look. A few of his fish he's got out here through me as well have had very, very good results. Phil's here, look. Marcus, just seeing a video Marcus sent me actually of his NND Tosai Kawaku that he had off me last year. Up to 59 cm now. Absolutely crazy. And on that note, they are coming soon. I think we'll probably drop something maybe over the weekend on a couple of the groups and bits we've got, because they're going to be providing I'm happy with them when I get back. Yeah, can't wait to get cracked in and stuck on. Well, get them separated, actually. It needs to be the first thing with them, and then I can really get them on the food. There we go. Right, let's see. Any decent Akamatsu, what sort of money were they? To be honest, I've not been, didn't get time to get into Otsukas to have a look, because that's where I would go and look generally. But Rie, who works for me out here, she's still got a list of jobs to go and see to when I'm gone. So I'll probably have some news on that, because it's something I'm always on the lookout for. Oh, there we go. Hi Ricky, is there a Japanese breeder that you've never been to and plan on starting business with? And if there is, what varieties do they specialize in? Yeah, good question. There is one, and I'm not going to say who it is, unfortunately. I didn't get time this time around. So I will, it's on my agenda to go. This is a guy who's not in Niigata, is in a different prefecture altogether. And yeah, really, really interesting bloodline. He's rated quite highly amongst the breeders for what he does. Gets a lot of size on his Go Sankey, and there's a lot of depth of quality to it. So But the problem is with all this stuff as well, it's not just a case of going, we're needing to find out shipping routes as well. That's really, really important, because it's all right going there and buying the fish, but I've got to be able to bring it all together to actually ship them home. And that one's caught me out a few times in past. So yeah, we'll I'm not going to tell you, Rad, sorry, because the next thing you know is there'll be a whole horde of people copying me and storming off there before I've even had a chance to explore it. So let's see in future with that one. But trying to think if there's any others off the top of my head, because there's covered just about most of them. Minima used to be one, to be honest, but got all that sorted. So that was no longer a thing. And yeah, Nigata pretty much cover everybody off. I always want to. She can get to most of them easily enough when you're here. So yeah, let's see in future with that one. Favorite moment of this trip? Ooh, I've got to say, and you will have seen the video of this, guys, no doubt. It was Dainichi Toyota. Oh. The collection of fish there, and not only that, probably the very moment when that first big koaku, the Kinsen one, come out of the sock. I managed to capture that clip. Oh my god, just insane. And the excitement of that fish, that, you know, in relatively speaking terms, it was a cheap fish when I got it as Nisai, certainly compared to what it was. It was, I'd say, a bit of an outlier. There just wasn't crazy competition in it for the auction, which tells me people weren't seeing the value in it that I saw. And now that it's gone on to be what it is, it's just absolutely crazy. So, yeah. Awesome stuff that was. And if you haven't seen it already, I can't remember which video it was. Let me have a look. It's one of my Nishikigoi journal ones. If you're not familiar with them, well, I'm guessing all of you guys are. Episode number 64, and then you'll know exactly what I mean. It's right at the beginning, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. Have you heard anything about the background or quality of the Takitatsu Black Zeus-like fish? No, again, it's somewhere I've not had time to go. I have heard that they are originating from a Black Zeus offspring, but however, I do really, really, really want to stress this. They're not Black Zeus. They have to have been mixed. And if that's true, that it is from origin, they have to have been mixed with foreign blood, you know, of something else, which will have diluted it substantially more than likely. So you've seen some of what I've seen look very pretty, don't get me wrong, but I'm always the one. I don't want any mis-selling and people trying to jump off the back of that. I've seen Shigeru at Dainichi. First thing I asked him, I says, "Is it true?" No more. And yeah, no more. It's a no-go with that one, unfortunately. So there we go. It's the pure bloods for me, and again, I'm not discarding what anybody else is doing, but the big thing that made those special was the body characteristic and the size that they could achieve. So there we are, guys. It's koi breeding. It happens. It's not a guaranteed thing every year, and for whatever reason, they've not managed to happen again. I mean, it's not like there's not any breeding skill at that place, you know. So it really got to have been difficult. Any farms really surprised you this year with what they've done that you wasn't really expecting? That is a good question. Sorry, I'm just trying to recap everywhere I've been. No, what I will say is just in general, the Nisai that I've seen from, you know, kind of high level breeders here, I mean, size wise this year, they have had a good summer and it really has pushed the boundaries. There must have been, you know, a decent size going in as toe side, but every pond you're looking in, it seems like they've really upped the game on the Nisai sizes. bodies. It's crazy when you're looking at Maridos, Hoshkins, people like that at that sort of level. The video that dropped today actually on the channel, you saw there 2 NND shower at 61 and 63 cm. It's just mad stuff. So probably that across the board. And likely, if it has been a good summer, it will have had an impact on those results. Oh, Keith. Actually, it is outrageous. I can't remember where. Oh, I was in the Telegram group. I was chatting about that. I did learn out there was another word yesterday, which was something also quite sinister and outrageous to know. I can't recall it or remember, but what a boy he is. Very happy to have secured his Tosai again to come back. I say secured, that's actually an ongoing thing that we've got. It's just in case I have to check them and make sure that I'm happy. So yeah, let's wait and see where that is. But I also managed to get some beasties there today as well. So stay tuned for the video on that one. David, he's got it. Look, don't forget, hit that like button, people. Honestly, it makes such a difference to how the videos are distributed when YouTube sees those thumbs up. So greatly appreciated. Any koi you see that you wanted to buy but couldn't? There was. So I've been actually really well behaved this time around. Starting to realize the enormity of the collection of fish I've got already. So again, not only mighty more selective, just giving it a bit of a break. But I would say I actually managed to secure it for the client in the end. There was a shower at Marido, so I was allowed to go to a fish house that very few people get to step foot in, and to say that it was just like heaven. Honestly, I can't describe just the sheer mass of extreme quality fish. But there was this Nisai shower for me, and I got it. I mean, I was absolutely ecstatic about it. And I'm not quite sure the client got it straight away. And I was like, it was a hefty one. I was like, if you don't buy that, you're going to really hurt me because I'm going to have to. But luckily he did in the end. So secured it for the portfolio anyway. But other than that, no, I can't really recall anything that I couldn't. So like I say, got some fantastic fish opened up. I wanted some stuff at NND. I managed to get Uncle Makoto in an headlock and get what I wanted there as well. So yeah, all good in that respect, really. Ricky, if you had a pond with one type of each koi, what variety would you think grow the quickest? Be your single Muji stuff, Mickey. Always with that, mate. Always. They're just, it's the way that they're wired. Keeping out time. Oh, here we go. What are your thoughts on the newer version of Golden Corn? Do you prefer the newer version or the previous version? I like them all. Let me just be clear. He has done both types, or seemingly more of the newer type at the moment. And I think what he's enjoying about that is the variety of the offspring for it. I love them. I've heard comments that they're just like a Kimatsuba. Yes, on the outskirts, they do look like that, but Kimatsuba do not get this special, unique Kanoko / red glow come through them, and nor do they have the same genetics. There is, I'm not sure. I did manage to capture a bit of the big example of the new type that he's got on the video, and they are phenomenal. Honestly, they're just insane. You've got to look at it more as a yellowy green Asagi than a Kimatsuba. But from that, he's also obviously getting a whole host of stuff, including normal Asagi, the key Asagi as well, which there's some superb ones of. So yeah, he's working on both. I know he's still got to harvest some of the normal type as well. So, but yeah, I love them. I love them all. I just like the whole bloodline is just crazy good what he's created. They're so exciting, and I love the fact that there's all this variation with them now as well, and they're all underpinned by that one kind of big fish body quality aspect that they've got. Have you got any plans for that Mega Kinsen Bloodline Kohaku should compete at the Japanese shows? Yeah, now here's an interesting one for you. So yes, it's quite clear that that fish will be able to stand shoulder to shoulder. It's superb, but this is the bit. So that fish is 83, 84 now. We didn't measure it. It was an estimate based on where it was in October. But it's the thing with Dainichi fish like this, they don't really start hitting their peak. It's only 5 years old. We believe there's probably 2 more years before she's ready, and that's to do with maturity of the Benny. Plus, we need to have her in the getting on for the mid-90s range to go straight in and try and compete for the top honors, and that's going to be the plan. All he needs to do is keep her alive. Now, she's a very strong fish. You know, she's got a very natural kind of power to her body. It's not through force feeding or anything like that. She is now being kept. She's had this whole summer in concrete pond raising, which is known as sensui. So that's been in there, which is a lot safer way, because obviously there's full control over that environment as well, which is good. But yeah, I'm excited about that one. And I mean, to think she's now at the kind of size where every centimeter will make so much difference visually because of the volume that comes with each of those centimeters. It's like the power ones, the power centimeters that get added on. Exciting stuff. But for me, it's been the journey to even have that fish entered to try and compete, given it was one that I selected out at Nisai that was pretty much overlooked. It's going to be a dream come true if we do get there. I always have to caveat it with that one. Which koi at the breeders are available for Azakari? Do they have to be a certain size or price point? Yeah, generally, David. I mean, a breeder doesn't want to waste time putting fish that don't have potential into a mud pond, because obviously we're talking about limited resources all the time here. Likewise, you wouldn't want to be paying the cost. Costs for keeping fish here are rising all the time. They have got the same problems, inflation issues, generally in rising costs that we have. So I've actually just seen an email from Sakai now that there's an overwintering charges being applied to all fish. So, everyone's having to keep up with it. It varies fish by fish, breeder by breeder. Some breeders I don't want to leave fish at, because I know it's probably, not wise to. They're probably not going to give it the best of care. I think it's about narrowing in the places that are best and safest to do it at. And hoping. Well, you got to see fish by fish, case by case. But like you say, you want to be a quality piece. Otherwise, you are better off bringing it back and kind of growing it yourself, to be fair. Northern Koi, can you explain to someone new what these trips to Japan consist of for you, vacation, business, etc.? Yeah, this is it's no vacation, it's intense. So in this case, like I say, I had a client with me. So for 9 days, I think that was in total, I'm there to provide a service from morning till evening. That's all day at the fish farms, dinner at night. And making sure it's enjoyable as possible. That's my job. I've got to make sure the right fish are made available as well. If there's issues with any existing fish, I've got to get that dealt with. In this case, it was north and the south of Japan. So I've really, a lot of traveling in that first week, because there's so much distance between all these different prefectures we have to get to. And then you go up to Niigata, it's the same, just in a more densely populated area where it's a lot easier to get to the breeders. And when the client went, I had a day where, to be honest, I say chilled out. That's when it did. I was doing a bit of stock buying at NND, but that really didn't feel like work at all. It's right next to the house where I stay. So I had just a bit of a steadier morning, a laugh with the guys there. And then I actually had some time doing some of my work for back home, which had kind of built up a little bit, because Yeah, I'd been so busy, so full on. The window that I get generally to deal with back home is in the evening between getting back in and going out for dinner, or just after dinner, and it's getting late at that point, and I'm zonked out already. So yeah, that as a business, as a trip as it is what it's all about. I do come out here sometimes to for kind of working, learning trips, if you like, which is always fantastic. I think I did it year before last, maybe. I'm not sure, but later in summer where you can roll your sleeves up a bit, uh, practice on a bit of culling and things like that. So last autumn, actually, last autumn, my son came with me, Arthur, and that was more of a vacation because I was just having a good time with him, and indeed Cano, a lot of my friends out here, and just enjoying koi, which was really nice. What are the new style Momotaro Kohaku all about? Yeah, it's not just Kohaku, but they've been working on this Karashi bloodline, and yeah, I'm not going to knock anybody. It takes time. They've already been at it 3 or 4 years to get to the point where they're at. But all I'm going to say is, in my opinion, more time is needed. I can see the hype. I don't like jumping on the hype, and more time needed. Was there much difference between yours and Fujo Shiro's? Only, I say in size, they've done two things. The Mud Pond raised ones, which was the batch that was already ahead of mine. They were bigger, obviously. I think from a quality perspective, from what his level, pretty much like for like. In that pond, I mean, he probably more than likely sold some of the real top pieces, but I would say some of my top pieces bettered those. And then there's a pond from the same batch that I think they actually raised indoors, and we're pretty much neck and neck on size with those, and mine are still going. So, yes. But from that same raising method, when you consider as well, obviously they didn't have to be shipped, and they didn't lose all that time in between as well. Very happy with the progress at my end, but just all around, there's such good fish. Ray, nobody knows. I don't think anybody will ever know. There's some depth to it, though, let me tell you. Good fun. I suppose, guys, I should get one of these draws out of the way, shouldn't I? Because time is ticking. So let me have a look. I'll just see one quick one there I can answer from Jason. Do you ever buy a koi from a breeder, then get Narita to raise it and keep it? Understand he raises a lot of koi for shows, I may be wrong. Yeah, not all the time, Jason, because often when you do it, it's 100% at your own risk as well. But I had a Asagi from Otsuka, I think it was a couple of years ago, that I was there on my own, and a new harvest to Sanzai Asagi come in, and I picked a fish which we both regarded as the best at that time. And Otsuka doesn't keep fish for as a carry, so I thought, you know what, that's got real legs. So I gave Narita a shout and sent him the picture, and he was on that straight away. Because ultimately, if it's a fish with a chance of winning the prize, he wants his name attached to it. But no, not something that I do often. Yes, correct. Just coming back to that, I am guiding them everywhere, obviously getting access to the fish, all the rest of it, and organizing everything out there. So, yes, it was very, very busy. Right then, we'll start with the Golden Corn, ladies and gents. Fantastic amount of entries into that, as you'll see. In fact, let's get the spinning wheel on. Look. You're not going to see much till it flags up, but I'll jump across in a moment and get that spinning. Thank you to everyone who has entered. Yeah, let's hit it, eh? Let's see who the winner of that one is. I can get it reloaded then. So best of luck, everyone. See where we get. They're painful, these wheels as well. Look at that. Look, it just tipped over. Mr. JM Asprey. Fantastic. Congratulations. Amazing stuff. There we go. That's the golden corn gone. One very happy winner there, no doubt, for that one. Yeah, there we go. That's one down, guys. I'll get that reloaded in a second. You'll have to bear with me. And then onto the Zeus one. I'm sure that's even much much more greatly anticipated. So just give me 1 second because I need to load the list in for that one. I think I've just seen somewhere, it might be Mickey, that's asked me about my favorite dish in Japan. I am an absolute ramen addict. I have loved the stuff from the first time. I was even reminiscing about it this time. The first time that I had it, I was 13. And I still remember I was sat in Yagenji's house at the original house, being with Fujo as well, because he was my guide at that point. And yeah, this weird bowl of soup full of noodles and a bit of meat was given to me. And I was in awe of it. I loved it. And ever since then, it's just become more and more of a thing. I've learned it, as with everything, and I see more and more this time. Everything in Japan is turned into an art form, and they're specialists. There are people that just dedicate their whole life to this stuff. You know, it's crazy. So just give me 1 second, ladies and gents. I'm about done with that. Yeah, and ramen's one of them. There's so many different styles of it. Some that are unique to different regions of Japan as well, which is phenomenal. I love the stuff, and it's something I'm properly into as well. Is finding all these different ones, trying it. Miso ramen, shiro ramen, tonkatsu men. Oh, there's just there we go. You can see, look, you can see it's making me hungry. I'll be having it at the airport for breakfast this morning, let me tell you. Yeah, anyway, makes everyone laugh. As soon as there's a famous shop in Nagaoka. As soon as I landed here on train, I was straight there. Just so happened to be lunchtime as well. Sad as I am. But there's a few other bits as well, to be fair. Just food in Japan is life. It's awesome. Right, I'm about there with that one. Just one moment. Here we go. So I feel like there should be a bit of a drum roll for this one, but I have no drum. Might as well get it done, and then I've got a little announcement for you all, and I will be on my way then. Right, here it is. So the Black Zeus draw for Sunnybank Koi. I mean, this is going to be interesting because there's a cash prize alternative as well. So let's see where you've been mad. You've been mad to turn fish down. I mean, literally they are amongst the rarest of koi in this world right now. Best of luck, everybody. Oh, Jordan Ross. There we go. Congratulations, Jordan. You are, well, the winner. I'll be very interested to find out what it's going to be, and if the Black Zeus will then be back on the market. There's a twist in that one still to come. So there we go. Again, thank you to everybody that supported Sunnybank and ultimately myself with that one as well. So yeah, mega. Did Northern Koi just say that's his wife? Oh my god. He's taking the cash. Oh, fair play. Well, there you go, guys. There's a Black Zeus available if anyone's feeling flush this Christmas. What a fish. What a fish still. There you go. Nice twist in it. So the last bit I've got for you before I depart is the next rollout in this journey that I'm on with the direct offerings that I have for you all. So this was always planned. It's still the first part of a stage rollout, because in the vision that I've had, and I've been sat on all this for a while, to be fair, it just took me, you know, a bit to come to terms with doing it all. But the was always two parts. Ricky Stoddart Nishikigoi to me was a brand that was always going to be quite personal. It's featuring fish of a certain quality level, or it's just a certain level, because it's me indulging in koi as I love it the most. And it's more going to be, you know, not just about the fish with all that. As you're going to see it roll out and develop, there's going to be a lot more to it, a lot more depth to it than just that. So the second part to all this is that there's a space, and it's an online space that I have feeling like I've wanted to fill and get into for a long time. I see the way that koi buy-in has been changing globally. Even the highest of level fish now is in essence being done online through pictures and videos. So I plan to build a completely dedicated online service for just koi, no products, anything, literally tailored. I've got so many unique bits of code developed for the proper online version of this when it comes to it, to really build the whole thing custom built for buying, selling, and shipping koi. The name of this, such a simple one. You'll see the resemblance in this: Koi Online. So this is the next launch, and we are going to be, because it will be an ongoing part of it as well for a good while. We'll be launching this in its own WhatsApp group, so it'll be separate to the Ricky Stoddart Nishikigoi stuff. This group is literally just going to be tailored. Same thing. It's going to be turned off until there comes to having an auction or a sales period on it, and the whole focus on it is there's going to be auctions most days of the week. I'm going to give you a heads up on that one. They're going to be coming thick and fast, but this is going to be tailored at, you know, the entire market, absolutely everyone, a super diverse range of price points, as you'll see, to include everybody in everything that I am doing. And also bring, you know, a lot of nice vibes, the community vibe and everything to it as well. So the first part in this video, you might have seen it already, but if you've not, in the description, there is a link to the new WhatsApp group for that. So you can hit that and get on with it. And, you know, this is going to be not just individual fish. Even when it gets kicking, we're talking toe side batches, all kinds of stuff that I've been getting stock for this time. And yeah, it's going to be exciting. Grow out events still. And as I say that, that'll be the reason you want to get yourself in the group, because our very first sales event for this, I'm even excited to share it, is going to be a small grow out event with a batch of tosai that I hand selected at Kondo Koi Farm. Unbelievable stuff. I'm going to share the video with you. In fact, let's get it rolling now. Look, so you can see. We have Kohaku, a little bit of Ginrin, Showa, Sankey, and Goshki. Ginrin Benigoi, I might include. They're a little bit small. I had them just to have a mess around with, but the quality level is insane. Like I said, I got to handpick everyone in that bowl, handpicked by myself. 40 pieces. There's 48 fish in there, but I'm just reserving 8 as security in case I need any replacements. So there'll be 40 fish put up for sale. It's in link, Marco, is in the description of the video, mate. Yeah, and I will drop one in the current WhatsApp group after anyway. 40 fish, including the growing, which is going to be until, so these will arrive in January. They'll start growing at the beginning of February. We'll get the selection done just prior to that. End of April, they're going to be growing until. We're going to do a few prizes with it as well, a first, second, and third place, just to add a bit of fun to it all. And including the growing, these are going to be £150 each. The very fact that we're talking about that and a Tosai from Kondo is something, never mind with the growing and the competition and all the bits included as well. So super excited. When I saw him and I had the chance, I thought this is the one. Super stuff. So get yourself in there. I'm going to roll this out in the group as well when we get it a bit of time to build it up, and then we'll get it. But it's an advanced preview for you guys today on those. Going to be absolutely super, and like I say, of super inclusive price point as well, which is going to be the focus of everything that we do with that. So there we have it. Thank you to everyone who has tuned in this evening. Congratulations to everybody, or the two winners of the competitions. And again, thank you to everyone that took part. When I get back, I'm going to dig another super fish out for a special Christmas prize draw, which is going to be cool. And other than that, I am going to go and grab a bottle of water and a coffee, get myself on that Shinkansen. I don't think it's going to be long before. Luckily, it terminates at Tokyo, so I think it'll not be long before I'm asleep again. And yeah, then I've got this shitty journey ahead. But there we go. Look out for the other videos rolling out, guys, and I look forward to sharing more stuff with you coming soon. So thank you very much, and yeah, catch you shortly. Oh, wrong button.